into your crib at a random given time, scariest being nighttime, and you being forced to 1v1. It's a scary thought, but it ain't nothing I can handle. To truly come up with a proper plan to beat this one, I gotta understand two things. One, who is the intruder? And two, what do they want? Throughout the course of the game, we get little hints of text messages, flowers at our door, and other stuff. But once we get into the end game, that's when it's revealed that the home intruder is actually our psycho ex-girlfriend, Kara. I know, shock. And what does she want, you may ask? Well, of course, to get back with your boy. I don't blame her, not a surprise. But now that we know all the background, here's the plan. Since I'm more familiar with the Carson crypt than she is, I say we use this to our advantage and do a little bit of camping, if you will. Imagine this. She walks into the crib, roaming the bottom floor looking for me. I'm watching her on the camera as she finishes searching the bottom floor. She makes her way upstairs and approaches the room I'm in. I know you're in there. Open up, Noah. Before I take care of. I think we should get back together. Really? Yeah, really. Here, I'll lock the door. Come inside. Let's talk about it. All right. I just can't believe you really changed your mind after. That's an easy win. Only thing we really gotta look out for with her is her durability, because turns out the reason we broke up with Kara is because Kara be on that meth. So I don't really know if one swing of a bat will do the trick. We might have to do 4 or 5 or maybe even 12 depending on her dosage. Don't do meth. Now this one may look all innocent and sweet, but hear me out. Amanda the Adventurer is about this old children's show revolving this girl named Amanda and her sidekick Will. So think Dora, but instead of being Mexican, she's black, and instead of Boots being a monkey, he's a lame sheep. We find these VHS tapes of the show and watch a few episodes. Everything seems normal, but as we continue watching them, they start to get stranger and stranger until Amanda is straight up talking about death and threatening to turn Willie into lamb chops. And if we upset Amanda, that violence will be turned against us too. So we're dealing with some cursed tapes, ladies and gentlemen. It's sort of like The Ring. And just like The Ring, I know the perfect solution. Maybe.
What the fuck?
Okay, when stuff gets weird. Really though, how many times do you guys see Amanda intimidate Willie with her evil
pussy?
Or have her genuinely tweaking
fuck out my game.
An answer wrong before you decide, yeah.
2 minutes left. I hope you don't get another game.
To the detective. I could have even watched Danger Dolan for too long before getting
He used my favorite shotgun, that's why he couldn't kill me.
Creepy video stuff ain't my jam. Let's just say for funsies, I watched everything. We all know I'm not solving the mystery, so the tall, lanky monster version of Amanda comes out. What that? Well, judging by the physique of this thing, it doesn't look like it will be that tough to combat. Yeah, it is rocking them British veneers and some gnarly acrylics, but that pelvic bone is giving off a lot of malnourished energy. I don't know what it is. I got it weighing at most $1.08. And yeah, I know it's fast and all, but with them flimsy joints, all I gotta do is hit them with a little right to the knee and bada boom, bada bing. That's a win for me. Now this one may seem insanely difficult, but like I said for the last one, just hear me out. In Silent Hill 2, we follow this blonde dude named James, who after receiving a letter from his deceased wife, damn, we got a lot of X's on these videos going on. He goes to Silent Hill, this town engulfed in fog with monsters everywhere, creepy buildings, and blah, 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 blah. I know what y'all are here for. Y'all want to know if I can defeat the big bad in this pyramid. Dude with a massive pyramid on his head, holding a big sword. Super scary looking dude. Like when I saw the 06 movie, which in my opinion, it's not that bad. The sound of that siren and the image of Pyramid Head were burned into my mind. But now after looking back and after playing the original Silent Hill 2, this dude is not on anything. He's like those muscle heads who don't know how to fight. Just all appearance, no skill. Like, look at this gameplay. Come on, bro. You gotta keep it a buck. Is this scary to you? He can have all the menacing energy in the world, but the second he swings, he loses all of it. I could easily run away or even walk away with a dude swinging like this, but let's say it is the movie version of him, or the remake version. I haven't played it yet, but I assume he has better hands than this one. What are my chances then? Well, 100%. Because the thing about Pyramid Head is, he's not even real. He's a figment of James's imagination after feeling all that guilt for killing his wife. And if I'm in control of James's body in this situation, I don't have a shred of guilt. It wasn't my wife that got killed. I won't be manifesting or whatever any of these monsters, this creepy environment, and most importantly, I won't be manifesting Pyramid Head. It's that easy. Come on now. Come on now. Now, if he was real,
Only on Android.
What's your favorite holiday character?
Scrooge.
I'm Grace, HEB brand manager.
And I'm Kayla, HEB product development.
And this is HEB Holiday Swap.
No introduction needed. We all know the name. Some of y'all may know. I faced these guys before when I did the horror movie version of this video. And let's just say, I bought it. But that was the movie, which is way easier than the game. When it comes to the game, before you can even think of coming up with a plan, you gotta ask yourself, which game am I talking about? FNAF 1, 2, 3, Help Wanted, or Help Wanted 2? Or maybe Sister Location, or FNAF 4, or FNAF 4 Halloween Edition, or Security Breach. All these games have different locations with different enemies you gotta deal with. Some have 4 animatronics, some have 1, some have 50. It's ridiculous. But if we're to go down the list, FNAF 1, I think I can handle it. I may not have worked in the food industry, but I have worked security. And when you have experience like I do, the answer for this one is simple. There is no way I am working a minute on that payroll they got you on. $120? Really? I thought this was a pizzeria. I didn't know I was working at Shein. $120 nowadays can maybe get you a pie of Domino's and a scoop of ice cream. I'm good off that. So the way I'm beating FNAF 1, I'm just not going to work. Maybe I'll go the first night, secure a cool 20 bucks for the 8-hour shift, but after that, I'm good. FNAF 2, they pay even lower. But it's so easy, it's practically free money to me, so I'm doing it. And this one we deal with almost triple the amount of animatronics as the first one. And instead of the classic setup, we got 2 vents and 1 big vent right in front of us, which may look intimidating at first because it's so open and accessible. It's not. Because the second you throw that mask on, these animatronics don't be on nothing. They got this whole facial recognition mumbo jumbo that doesn't let them see that I'm a security guard, which honestly makes no sense.
In 2013, 2 kids named Timothy Brooks and Neil Scott had dreams of becoming drug kingpins. They both had recently graduated from Haverford High School, a prestigious...
The world is full of great mysteries. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do the bottom of our oceans. And with great mysteries like that, there's no doubt there's going to be equally as great secrets. I think Neil Patrick Armstrong wrote that, I think, which was one of Einstein's buddies. Comment down below if you guys remember, I'm not sure. I made all of that up. But there's no doubt that there are secrets buried across the globe, and one of the most mysterious places on Earth lies in the far south, an icy landscape plagued with cold temperatures and insanely powerful winds. Also, goblins probably, and other ne'er-do-wells.
And he said our instruments are not operating. We were losing electricity. We had magnetic anomalies. And we concluded there's something about this hole that is now causing these problems.
This place is known as Antarctica. Heard of it? It's a place where not many people have set foot, and a perfect place to hide things away from the prying eyes of the sheep, the public, okay?
There's an attack on the species by a guild of psychopaths, and they must be defeated.
I love this. Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm your host, and today we're talking about the secrets of Antarctica.
This photo shows some sort of advanced civilization that has egg-like buildings right next to a bunch of healthy green vegetation, which is very close to the ice wall. I mean, look at how close that is. How is that even possible?
I'll take obvious AI images for 500, please, Alex.
I really like Antarctica, and I love the idea that there's secrets and people think that everything is a conspiracy and there's a mystery behind every single possible thing. Me as well. Count me in, I also do.
If I didn't more land from us, well, I did. And I'm not even talking outside of the ice walls. The ice walls that surround our level flat realm and contain all the living.
So that's what we're talking about today. If you want to see more content like this, press the like button, support the channel with Sour Boys. This will be a little bit longer of a higher quality video with some crazy shit in it. We're going to be, I mean, this is our craziest video yet. I don't even know what the is even happening with the research and writing of this. I mean, what?
Admiral Byrd heard that... Save on premium digital protection. ESET Home Security.
From secrets that are out of this world to things so strange you'd need a tinfoil hat on your head to hear them out. Whatever the is going on down there, I want to know more about it And that's the point of today's video. There's plenty of theories, by the way, that people have come up with, mysteries and some secrets that we may not be ready to understand. So let's go down the rabbit hole! Okay, we're starting off with flat earth and government secrets.
If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation of the earth.
Which I really like the idea that people still believe the earth is flat for some reason.
One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15-degree-per-hour drift. We obviously were not willing to accept that.
Some people say it's because of the Bible. I've read the Bible. I don't understand that at all, to be honest.
People on either side of this argument like to quote Isaiah 40:22, which begins talking about the Lord. It is he who sits above the circle of the earth. Flat earthers say this is a circle. This is not a circle. Well, which is it? And the problem is, in translation, the word there used in Hebrew actually refers to something round. If you ask the average person what shape the earth is, they will say it's round, meaning this. Of course, flat earthers say no, they believe the earth is round, meaning this. Turns out Isaiah 40:22 refers to something round. So does it mean this or it means that? We don't know. It's a bit ambiguous. I guess saying it's something round or circular would be close to the truth.
Many people believe that the government is lying to us. I believe that, okay? And while that is probably true that the government is lying to us about a lot of different things, there are some people that believe that there is an entire secret about the world that the government is lying to us about.
Moments after launching, a homemade rocket crashed into the open desert in California Saturday. On board, Mike Hughes. It would be the final act of the self-styled daredevil known as Mad Mike. His mission was to fly to the edge of outer space to ultimately see whether the Earth is flat.
And I feel like that would be at least nearly impossible to hide, and also the motive for hiding that, I don't completely get it, but let's go through it. What is the secret? Well, my friends, the Earth is flat.
If he's holding it up at 23 feet high and we're seeing the light, well, that's because the Earth's curved. So I should only be able to see it when it's at 17 feet. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
The Earth is not a globe. No, of course, you globetard.
Please, for the love of God, explain to me how.
For those seeking more of what moves.
Remember, if you think the government won't, they absolutely will. You remember that time the CIA tried to weaponize otters? To be fair, they tried it with a lot of animals, and when Central Intelligence initiated a program to basically turn animals into spies, otters were seen as the most qualified. And they're not wrong. Pretty privileged aside, it's a highly intelligent, tube-shaped, tool-using, brush-stroking honey badger that is every bit the predator. Someone said, give him a fedora, he could do a lot for you. Let's make otter agents, which led to the creation of the Otter Dossier. Signed, whatever they were planning apparently has something to do with MK Ultra. If you think they want, the dossier highlights some otter flexes like being able to dive 60 feet and stay under more than 5 minutes, carry objects while swimming, and climb ladders. They also found that the aggressive Slinky can open zippers, turn on water taps, discreetly enter and exit boats, and even chew through a zinc sheet. I don't know how they found that. At one point they say, never take food from an otter or suffer severe mauling, and I just know the cost of that knowledge was some poor intern's fingers. There's some cool stuff too, like otters being ticklish at the ribs or babies having to be taught not to be afraid of water. You should definitely check it out for yourself. But there was one line that stood out, and it read like a prophecy. Capable of being trained and becomes devoted to humans, which can lead to their destruction. Whose destruction, you ask? Yes, this is the face of a threat to national security and a fugitive of the justice system. I'm not even kidding, but to get why this is an otter menace, we gotta go back to 2016. It's always 2016. A young female otter was found abandoned and orphaned and was rescued and rehabilitated by Monterey Bay Aquarium. And in 2017, Otter 723 was released back into the wilds of Santa Cruz. Researchers then got reports of a rogue otter swimming up to boats and kayaks, and sure enough, yeah, it was Lady 723. Apparently, she'd been getting fish and squid handouts from local animal lovers, not realizing that being friendly with humans now meant the freeloading seafarer would never be fit for the wild, and she was captured and deemed unreleasable. But not before they realized 723 was getting attention from more than just people, cuz she was pregnant, And they weren't about to make the same mistake with their daughter, and would often wear masks and ponchos, looking like they just raided Darth Vader's closet, all to make certain that she wouldn't get attached to humans. She got attached to humans. And a year after Daughter 841 was released, Monterey Bay started getting calls of a surfboard jacking otter. That's right, the same otter they tried so hard to keep away from humans was now going up to humans, and when I say board jacking, it's exactly what it sounds like, and before you think she's playing, that's not a bite of play, that's a bite of purpose. Remember the zinc sheet. So after multiple calls of people sacrificing their boards to this water weasel, officials decided to capture her, but fun fact, an animal recruiter for the CIA is harder to catch than a cold in the Kalahari. They tried to relocate her for months, but every time outlaw otter slipped away. She was on the run and swim, but she would have one more plot twist for everyone. Because after being MIA for a minute, 841 was spotted again, but this time with a pup. And because of that, officials gave up on trying to catch her and instead just tried to monitor the mother. Meaning, the board beef has been renewed for at least another generation. Jokes aside, this is a problem because the second she bites someone, 841's becoming a forever 404. And otter jaws are built to humble clams and sea urchins, so it probably wouldn't feel good to get clamped by one. Or 8. Last September, a woman was jogging through Tanjung Aru Park in Sabah, Malaysia, when she was jumped by a pack of river otters. Keep in mind, these are the same assault sausages that can game over a gator. Maria Sela Harun was mauled for 10 minutes straight in what was the park's first known otter attack, and she was taken to the hospital with wounds, cuts, and like a certain CIA agent, a lifelong distrust of otters. The director of wildlife said that the otters had always been around and were never known to be aggressive, but he also said something interesting that I almost missed, that this sudden switch up could be caused by the ill-intentioned goodwill of people. But that was all the way in Malaysia. You don't really have to worry about that over. The same month, a river otter mauled a child and even dragged him underwater, except this time, it was in Seattle. Now, not to victim blame, but if there's infinite realities, then there's at least one where little Timmy had it coming. Who's to say these stories aren't just media plans from anti-otter propaganda? Maybe the otter's not being fairly represented. I'm not trying to spread misinformation, that'd be an otter travesty, which is why I'm working with Ground News. Ground News is an app and website created by a former NASA engineer who saw a very real problem with the way we consume information and how heavily it shapes our worldviews. She said, I'll do it myself, and created a simple way to compare different perspectives and come to your own conclusion. Every day, Ground News collects thousands of articles from around the world and organizes them by story, so you can see how many outlets have covered a story, how factual they usually are, who owns the source, and you even get an overall bias distribution. I really like that part because it's easy to feel like everything has some kind of agenda. Like even the things you wouldn't think of as political are somehow political. Like wolves. Wolves are highly political animals, and not just Blitzer. Obviously because of the whole wolf rancher beef. Well, here you can see that Colorado's looking to relocate a wolf pack blamed for livestock attacks was reported by 22 news outlets, with most of the reporting coming from the left. The left headlines seem to focus on current efforts to recapture the wolves, while the right headlines explicitly mention it's because these wolves were killing livestock. Ground News basically forces you to break out of your echo chamber and see the whole story. In fact, there's even a blind spot feature to read up on any stories one side might not have covered. Like if you only read right, you might miss that Denmark's converting 15% of farmland into forests. They're also taxing farting cows and pigs. Yeah, you know what? That is a blind spot. Ground News gives you thousands of stories all across the political spectrum to help you form your own opinion, as well as fill in the gaps you might get from only ever hearing from one end. And it's really helpful for me, since half my job involves sitting in front of a screen researching stuff. And for Black Friday, they're offering all my viewers 50% off the same Ground News Vantage subscription plan I'm using. All the features included. It's their biggest sale of the year, so go to groundnews.com/casualgeo, scan the QR code, or click the link in the description to subscribe for less than $5 a month. And once you do, read up on all those articles about otter attacks. You might notice something. 723 was raised by people, fed by people, and ultimately got too comfortable with people. Her daughter likely also got handouts from humans. And Maria Sela got jumped by an onslaught of otters in a park where people were likely already regularly feeding them. Now don't get me wrong, it's still a warmongering, waterproof wolfery weaponizing the power of plurality. But it seems they don't really become a threat until they lose their fear of humans.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday bonding. And holiday toys. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Of humans. You ever hear of human arrogance? Probably not, because I just made it up. Human arrogance is walking in a forest scared, whole time the forest is scared because you're in it walking. The whole they're more afraid of you than you are of them, that's real, and it's scientifically proven. Some mother bears will purposely raise their kids closer to humans, knowing the best male bear repellent is proximity to people. Jacob and Tibu were 2 lions that made a record-breaking 1-mile swim through croc and hippo-filled waters. I actually talked about it in the last video. What I didn't tell you is they both could have taken the much easier land bridge across, but that would have involved coming into contact with humans, and apparently they'd rather run the aquatic gauntlet in the dark than risk a run-in with a bipedal pale ape. But, you know, speaking of lions, it's scientifically proven that animals are more terrified of us than a literal 400-pound maned population control. In an experiment led by Professor Leanna Zanette, scientists planted hidden camera speakers near watering holes that would automatically get triggered every time an animal got close. Basically, they'd be recording different animals' reactions to the sound of lions versus people speaking the local tongue. And with lions preferring to ambush prey near watering holes, you'd expect a growl to send any creature running for the hills. Instead, 95% of the animals recorded were more afraid of the sound of humans than a stalking lion. Animals that included giraffes, impala, kudu, leopards, and even chronic lion Chutoy the hyena packed it up faster when they heard humans. The only animal that didn't was the literal biggest one alive with toenails. Even during dry season, animals typically evacuated 40% faster hearing humans compared to if it was a hypothetical predator. Because to a majority of animals, we are the predator. But to me, the craziest part of the experiment was the reveal that animals were more fearful of people just speaking than the sounds of literal gunshots and hunting dogs. Meaning it's gotten to the point where people see the mere presence of a human more threatening than the sounds of someone actually getting put on a shirt. So you know when an animal has zero fear of humans, something is very wrong. It usually only has one outcome, and no one showed that more than Freya. Freya was actually a walrus, famous for appearing in Oslo Fjord, Norway, several hundred miles south of where you'd expect a giant Arctic blubber ball. She was the first walrus in the Netherlands in 23 years, and pictures would go viral of her lounging on and sometimes sinking boats. And with her being friendly enough to approach people, the walrus would become a national and then international figure, and was given her name. But you already know we can't have nice things. Freya didn't fear humans, and unfortunately the feeling was mutual, with crowds of people getting way too close to her, people trying to swim with her, and even at some point pelting stuff at her. Officials tried warning the public of, the health risks of playing with a 1,300-pound ship-retiring tusk seal, but even after Freya literally chased a woman into water, of course nobody listened. Officials were banking on Freya leaving on her own, but she didn't, and neither did her crowd. In fact, it only got worse. So the night of August 12, 2022, 4 government officials patrolled the marina with a rifle, and by sunrise, Freya was, Now, the situation's a lot more complicated than I just made it sound, so I do recommend checking out Kay Passionate's video on the matter. She's a friend of the channel, she actually works with walruses, and I feel like she's a little more qualified than, internet backwards hat guy. But if you're asking what I think, look, I want to see both sides, and I kind of do. Airdropping an aquatic animal, especially one the weight of a buffalo, especially when tranquilizing isn't even an option, is a lot harder than you'd think. There's a good chance to stress with a flatline Freya anyway. It would only take her bumping into a child once to turn both into a hashtag. But if you're really asking me, I don't think euthanasia should have been on the table. Anything would have been better. Like, worst comes to worst, hot take, if someone actively chooses to cozy up to a 1,000-pound half-evolved snow hippo and gets past tense in the process, you really can only charge it to Darwin. And I don't know if it's a sea puppy thing gone too far, but I do not know when people decided to stop taking seals and sea lions seriously. It's basically a rebranded beach game. It really is like we went back to 2016 and Moana over again. For being named after a Norse goddess, Freya got done nasty for a walrus whose only crime was trusting people, and now all that's left of her is a statue named fittingly for our sins. So yeah, you probably couldn't tell, but the Freya stuff pissed me off, especially since I swear we're about to do it again. Neil is a southern elephant seal that went viral for being an adorable menace to the people of Hobart, Tasmania. Neil's lore is his mom likely got lost, and instead of having him on Macquarie Island with a colony of other seals, instead he spawned nearly 1,000 miles away on the Tasman Peninsula. 2 big problems: 1, this meant Neil would be hardwired to return to the same beach on Salem Bay, and 2, with a distinct lack of other seals, Neil would interact with anything that moved, including people, dogs, and even cars. Which meant Neil had absolutely zero fear of people. One woman even had to call out of work after Neil fell asleep in front of her car and literally sealed her in her own.
Top 5K isn't bad, I guess. Bruh. This guy's shit, bro. This has got to be cheating, bro. He has special characters, bro. He's copying a pro's name, bro. Come on. For my old duo, yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling. This shitter? What you doing? 10 matches? 135? Yeah, damn. It's not even Saturday yet. It's time to grind. Oh, I gotta hit a blinker for that. Like, this thing has a set spray pattern, like. Wait, whoa, 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 what it flooded? So gay. I was about to 5-3 him. What the fuck? What? What is mantle, child? Where's he at it, bro? I can't go there. should have got pickaxe. What is it? What? Why did it do that? Why did it shoot the gun when I'm pulling on it? Ping is fake, bro. I'm not 90. Oh, this kid got pickaxe, bro. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, come on, bro. I know he didn't beat me, bro, because he was at like 5 when I first came in. Then he was at like, I don't even know. I think I was up by like 2 or some shit. Should've got pickaxe. You get pickaxe, you're fucking terrible at the game. Should uninstall and never play it again, bro, in my life. What? 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 What are you doing? Oh, the grapple shooting. What a fucking shitter. I didn't know he was gonna grapple. Feel like a bitch. Good clip. Fucking shitter. Get 5 egg. Like, how is he there? Oh, shoot my shotgun. Oh, bunch of shitter. Get the fuck down. Holy hell. Okay, hit it already. Wow, I thought I had to kill. Holy whip! Why can't I put walls? Oh my god, I just lagged. Oh, I got red X. I was like, why can't I build this shit? Oh, it's frozen. What the fuck? Holy. Oh my god! What are you doing? How's that gun base? Oh my god. God.
the 7. They're one of the worst superhero teams out there. Although, you definitely can't call them heroes. And it's up to Spider-Man to stop them and put them down. So can he do it? Let's get into it. Alright, so just who is a part of the 7? Who are they bringing to the table? Well, like we said, they're clearly a parody of the League, so you've actually got a lot of the same archetypes. Like the Deep, who's their Aquaman. Problem is, he can't really do much to anyone here. He's basically only useful when he's in the water, so he's kinda a joke. On top of that, kinda a huge pervert. He's slightly stronger than most people, but really has no true fighting experience. You can definitely take him down with one good heel punch. Starlight is surprisingly strong. She overpowers normal people and sends them flying. She can even fight against Stormfront, evil supercons. She's surprisingly tough, but her main power is her ability to manipulate light, manipulate electricity. She can fire out light blasts that can take down steel doors, hurt Stormfront, just casually send people flying all around. Plus, she can create light so bright that it'll literally blind you. Black Noir is like the Batman of the group, the dark, mysterious master martial artist. He's super strong, ripped a man's face open and pounded on Starlight. He's incredibly durable, taking point-blank explosions, taking bombs and bullets, even taking blasts from Starlight. He's also definitely the best fighter on the team, best one out of the group. He's taking down Kamiko, Starlight, and the boys. A-Train is the fastest man in the world, speedster of the 7. He's the Flash, although nowhere really near fast as the Flash. He's able to outrun bullets, dodge Starlight's blast, kind of fight at super speed. And if he's going fast enough, run straight through people. Plus, he's strong enough to literally pull a train. Queen Maeve is essentially Wonder Woman. She's strong enough to stop a speeding truck cold, stop it dead in its tracks. So that means she's pretty freaking durable too. Plus, she can take bullets point blank, absolutely no problem. She can restrain Black Noir. She can fight against Stormfront. She can even fight against Homelander. But she's also clearly got her limits. Still, though, really powerful. Stormfront is Homelander's Nazi lover. She's definitely one of the most powerful supes in the world. She's superhumanly strong, able to overpower both Miko and Starlight, even throw around Homelander in a kinky sort of way. She's superhumanly tough, at least somewhat. But her main powers come from her electricity and lightning manipulation. Her lightning blasts are able to down pretty much anyone who gets in her way. When she really lets loose, goes all out, or she's able to destroy entire buildings. And then there's the most powerful of them all, Homelander, an evil, twisted, psychopathic, narcissistic Superman. He's way stronger than anyone else around him, to the point where even other heroes like Queen Maeve and Starlight can't really do anything to him. He's completely bulletproof. No other hero can take him out. It's even been said that there isn't a weapon on Earth that they haven't thrown at him. They've all failed. He's incredibly fast, even faster than A-Train, but mostly just uses that speed to fly all around, flying from one point to another. Doesn't really use it in a fight. His main tactic in a fight is heat vision. He'll just laser everybody around him, doesn't care at all. However, when you take all that, everything I've just said, and throw it out the window, because now we're talking about the OG Spider-Man. Good old Peter Parker. Like with strength, was able to easily throw around cars and trucks, even lift subway cars clear over his head, or even private jets.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending...
oh my god, this is the Britney clip!
Hi, my name is Brittany.
Oh my god. Shoot it, spray with me!
Yeah, baby daddy's coming for you!
Chat, has anything changed? Has a singular thing changed, guys?
Drink, so if I do die, you can...
Bruh, is there a chest?
You don't have to get me up if you don't want to.
Dude, there's a chest in the pregame lobby.
Hot not drop retail right in front of us? Yep, if you don't want to. So if I do die, you can. Got reinforcements.
It's also incredibly tough. Spider-Man has taken punches from Juggernaut, Hulk, Apocalypse, Hercules, and Gladiator, then just fine. Spider-Man actually rests by letting normal people punch him. That's how tough he is. He's taken lightning from Thor, over 100,000 volts of electricity. Okay, he's taking grenades at point-blank range, repeatedly taking blasts and attacks with different Iron Man powers. Spidey's even survived a Scud missile exploding right on top of him. He's pretty much immediately recovered from nerve strikes, Iron Fist. Spider-Man is also pretty much immune to any toxin or chemical attack, but his body can just instantly filter it out. His body can get held off enough toxin to wipe out an entire city. Finally, Spider-Man is legit one of the fastest and one of the most agile characters in all of comics. He's able to move faster than the eye can see, just appear on the earth to easily move across miles in seconds. And forget just simply dodging bullets. That stuff is too easy for legit dodging lightning, dodging energy blast. Even energy blasts that are supposedly faster than light itself. And all that translates into Spider-Man routinely being able to speed blitz most opponents he goes up against, even with the likes of